I went to a skilled nursing facility in Illinois where they were running a fall reduction program. Now, they'd done all of the usual things, you know, the little cutout leaves on the doors for people who are fall risk, so much training, monitoring the call light times, regularly offering to help people to the bathroom, but the number of falls had stayed the same. So I decided to do something a little different and see if we could take a step back and look at a much bigger picture. First of all, why were they doing this fall reduction program? Their falls weren't significantly higher than any other home in the same company, but the number of citations and fines and complaint visits were much higher than anywhere else. This tells me that the falls being reported to the state is happening far more often than in other facilities, not that there are more falls. Now, a quick look at their annual customer service scores showed a really big difference there. So in trying to define what the real issue was, this was not about falls, it was about customer service. So we started to get into the math and running a linear line regression on the likelihood of complaining to the state compared to different customer service areas. That allowed us to keep narrowing the focus of our questions until we found 5 things that had a statistically significant R-squared. So these are the things that are most likely to predict whether or not there would be a complaint. Here they are. Did someone greet you by name when you arrived? Were you offered something to eat within the first 10 minutes of arrival? Was your room ready for you when you got here? Did you meet at least 2 members of staff, with one being a manager, within 10 minutes? And did someone explain what was going to happen and give you a schedule within 10 minutes? If those 5 things were done, then that patient was extremely unlikely to make a complaint, no matter what happened. People arrive in a nursing home and they're scared. They arrive confused. They often arrive hungry. How many doctors wait till the end of the day to write that discharge and then the patient misses dinner? While so much of what happens is routine to us, this is the first time in a facility for most people, and they don't know what's going to happen. So taking away the uncertainty and fear, it's a good thing all on its own, but it also leads to give the benefit of the doubt to staff. Focusing on these areas, it led to a huge decrease in complaints and a decrease in falls. There was a lot of math, a lot of psychology, and a lot of research that went into this finding, but there was a much, much simpler way to get to this answer. Go ask a CNA. Julie, the CNA in that building, had already been doing this with every new patient on her unit and had way better results. When I asked her why and how she had the time to do this with every person coming in, she looked at me like I was nuts and said, "How do I not have the time?" Look, if I show them that I know who they are, I have everything ready, then they trust me. Then when I tell them I'm going to be back at 7:15, they've got 3 things that they need, but they wait till 7:15 with all their requests instead of me running up and down the hall all night answering call lights from panicked new patients, trying to take themselves to the bathroom in a dangerous way because they don't know when someone will be there to help them. Julie, that CNA, is the VP of marketing now. Look, your good staff, they really know what to do, so let them, and then let them teach it to others. It's going to give your patients better outcomes, and it's going to let your staff reach their full potential as well.